And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, students and traders all around the world. This is FXFreedom broadcasting you live on YouTube. And this is Forex Trading Course 101, everybody. Remember, trading is a learnable skill when we learn in the correct way the three pillars. Pillar number one is the market. We're trying to learn about the market with the basic module, beginner module, intermediate module. Pillar number two is the strategy. We are trying to learn about the strategy in the advanced module when we're going to cover indicators, systems, MACD, stochastic, moving average and so on. And the third part, the big part of the equation, is the trader. More in the Forex course 202, everybody. And talking about the trader, what the champion traders always say? Or better say, talking about the trader, what do champion beginner traders always say? Yes sir, thank you very much. Champion beginners traders say that I'm not going to live and die on a trade by trade basis. Yes, especially today, right? Markets are up and down. I lost one, it's just one trade. I won one, it's just one trade. And as always, everybody, if this is you, if you are not receiving webinar notifications from the JForex platform, please be so kind and send an email to research@dukascopy.com and write that you are not receiving webinar notifications from the JForex platform. Hello, my friend, that I don't know how to read your name. I believe it's Arabic. I need to study, right? I need to learn. And on the left, my own quote: when the market scares you, don't be afraid to do the right thing. What is the right thing to do? The right thing to do is to follow the rules, follow the concepts. Enter one more time. And remember, 90% of traders lose money in the Forex market worldwide. Risk disclaimer: the webinars are not trading or investment advice. The webinars are for educational purposes only. Homeworks and questions, you have my Gmail contact, my Skype contact, and you can follow me on TradingView. That being said, everybody, so again, how to trade pivot points in a downtrend, right? How to trade pivot points in a downtrend. Not sure about this one. NZD cat. How to trade, wait for the market to break the pivot point. Oh, there you go, this is the formula, right? This is from last week, everybody. Hello Alex, how are you? Do you have any specific request, everybody? Do you want to check any specific currency pairs that are in a downtrend? Yes, this is from last week, right? We talked about how to trade. So today's Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Quick recap, right? Quick recap. We have what is called a bullish pivot point, and we have what is called a bearish pivot point. In a bullish pivot point, the market is going to make higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Is going to hit the ceiling in here and is going to retrace. And for the beginner trader, what is the most important part? When the market hits the ceiling on the monthly, is going to break your stop loss on the 15-minute chart, 1-hour chart, 2-hour chart. Maybe not the daily, but the smaller time frames most of the time. Not always, most of the time. This is something valuable to learn, Why is this critical? Because when you trade, you don't see the future, right? You are going to go long in here and you are going to say, oh, see everybody where we mix apples with bananas? You are going to buy the market in here, right? And you are going to put the stop loss down in here, and you are going to say to yourself, well, but FXFreedom said that if I put the stop loss below the pattern, then it's okay. So if the market stops me out, I did okay. Well, not in this example. Not in this example. Don't mix apples with bananas, everybody. Makes sense? Yes, correct. If this would be that easy, everybody would be a billionaire by now. Right? Alex, GBP USD, what is your idea? Type in the chat what time frame do you want to check, Alex. What is your idea? Okay, everybody. So this is where we, Forex course 101, and we are talking also about psychology, right? And we are clarifying that what makes the money to the trader is the stop loss, right? And we clarify that the stop loss goes on the pattern traded, and we clarify that when the market stops you out on the pattern, that it's okay, the market to reverse the pattern. Makes sense? And those rules and concepts stands. Now this is another story. Oh, but it's the same. No, this is not the same. Here we were learning about the patterns. Here we are learning about the pivot points. Make sense, everybody? Don't pattern yourself like, oh, this is an okay loser. This is not an okay loser. But you said, don't mix apples with bananas. If you lose in here and you have no pivot point, this loser, it's okay. But if you lose in here and you do have a pivot point, this loser is not okay. Make sense, everybody? Why not? Because you can see the pivot point, support, resistance on the chart. My friend is saying, what's the difference between this course and the other available on this channel? Are both the same? No, they're totally different. Great question. The doc, I believe it's in stocks. Not sure. Give me a second. Give me a second. So if you go here to playlist, right? Playlist, and you have Forex course 101. Well, this is mine. Then you have, this is for the cryptos. Now this is something different. It's technical analysis. This is Elliott wave. You have visual, something different. News trading basic are different. Trade Clásico is in Portuguese. Now this is the same. Forex course 101 2022 and Forex course 101 2021 is the same. Profitable candle pattern, something different. J-Forex strategies, something different. Getting to know different. Dukascopy, I don't even know how to read this. Forex course 101, this is the same. Profitable chart patterns, I believe you had even here, is the same. Okay, my friend? Elliott wave, Japanese candlestick trading. I believe this is from the Forex course 101. I didn't check. Daily light trade. Doc is great. I believe he addresses the stocks too. Not sure. Okay. How to trade with sky is the limit. It's another presenter. Okay. To show example on the 4 hour for pivot point example. Oh, very good. Excellent. So in conclusion, everybody, okay, and in here too, for the beginner trader, many times, there you go. So the market is going to hit the down, this is the bearish pivot point, is going to hit the floor, is going to stop you out on the 1 hour chart, 30-minute chart, 4 hour chart, 2 hour chart, maybe not the daily, and then it's going to fall through. And from the last week, everybody, we had two traders, right? One was listening, the other one did not. What was the lesson? Don't trade in here. Okay? Don't enter in here. Wait, so then we clarified for you the formula, right? This is the formula how to trade pivot points. you know, 1, 2, 3 formula. Wait for the market to break the pivot point, wait the market to retrace and find past resistance or support in an up pivot point, in a bullish pivot point, and then enter with the counter trend line break. And something is happening with Bitcoin. My dogs are getting crazy. Most likely Bitcoin is rallying, right? Okay, GBP USD monthly chart, everybody. Let's go on settings, preferences, chart. We need to save GMT. Okay. Alex requested GBP USD monthly chart, right? So let's delete. Okay, everybody. And so we have here, we have the, let's color code this in green, right? And transparency 40%, something like this, and together. So we have support and clone, we have support and then clone, and we have, what is this one? Pivot point in here. Remember, pivot point, support, resistance on the monthly are areas, are not lines to the pip. Then we have this one up in here, and clone, we have what? This one up in here, and in between, let me see if we have in between. In between, could we have something like this? Yes, we could. In between, high, we could have something like this too. And so this would be another one. How to trade pivot points in a downtrend, right? So we are going to clone this one and the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart, right? 4-hour chart. There you go. Okay, everybody, do we agree that back in time on the 4-hour chart, the market starting from, where is the long line? Starting from down in here and extending, right? Let me see. Do we agree, everybody, that the market, this was the highest high? Okay. Do we agree, everybody, that the market broke the uptrend line LX in here? Do we agree, everybody, that the market broke our uptrend line on the 4-hour chart, which would be this one on the monthly, right? Would be this one on the monthly, and then on the 4-hour chart the market start making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Abdul Muit, hello Abdul, how are you? Nice to meet you. Do we agree, everybody, that the market start making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs? Right? Yes, okay. Now, then the market was retracing, right? And bam, you have a signal, right? So the market was in a retracement, counter trend line break, and now here is the question: should we enter the market in here, yes or no? And we learned, Alex, that it's a risk-reward ratio issue. So if I enter in here, the stop loss goes above the candlestick formation, which we're going to learn. But this is the stop loss. And I need to objectively, as a trader, I need to objectively check and see, oh, what's the probability that the market can give me the profit? Make sense? So can we, based on the knowledge, right? Based on the knowledge, where is the knowledge? Where is the knowledge? So based on the knowledge, you know, we need to train everybody and spatially see. So are we down in here? So is this trade a no-go, or are we somewhere up in here and we still can profit? Risking 1 and getting 2. Alex says yes, very good. Let's see how this is going to play out. And the market is falling and it's falling and it's retracing and it's falling, right? And it's falling and it's retracing and it's falling. Wow, there you go. You know, and it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Do we have one more signal? One more signal to go short the market, short. There you go. What about the second signal, everybody? So we are going to learn how to manage the trades, right? But we entered here and, you know, well, it didn't hit to the pip, but it's still a winner, right? It's still a winner. Now we are in here. We are in here. And we talked about last week, somebody was asking, oh, you know, those two are the same. And I said, well, let's see, right? Let's see if those two are the same. So what about now? Can we enter the market in here? There is no right or wrong, everybody, either way, you know. Oh, this is a difficult one. I agree. This is a difficult one. Why? Because if I entered exactly at the counter trendline break, you know, I can still make it, right? Make sense, everybody? If I entered exactly at the counter trendline break, risk reward ratio wise, I can still make it. Now, if I didn't enter exactly at the counter trendline break, now the story is going to change. Make sense, everybody? So I have 1, 2, clone. But let's say, you know, just for the purpose, because Alex said, oh, show me on the GBP USD. Let's say that we entered correctly, right? And even better, you know, this is the entry, you know, at the close of the candle. And come on, there you go, one more, clone. So what we're going to do, everybody, let's make a poll. Who wants to enter? Type in the chat yes, enter, or type into the chat no, don't enter. No, there is no right or wrong. You can stay out. Somebody's typing freedom. Can I stay out? Sure. How the quote, you know, it's a cliche quote. Better to be out of the market and wishing to be in compared to being in the market and wishing to be out. Make sense? One more time. Better to stay out of the market, better not to be in a trade and wishing to be in. Why? Because you can see that the market is going your way. Then being in the market, being into a trade and wishing to get out or not to be in. Why? Because this means that it's a loser. Yes, it's a cliche quote. So Alex says yes, enter. Okay, let's see how this is going to play out. Sideways, sideways, up and down, and almost hit our, you know, almost hit our extension. Damn, bam. One, very good. Let's see the next one. 1, 2, 3. Well, this might be right. This might be here too. 1, 2, 3. Not the perfect one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Bam. We have a signal here, everybody. What about this one? So this is the clone. and down and clone and down. What about the next one? Should we enter? We had 2 winners so far, everybody. Should we enter? Are those 2 entries the same? Everybody? Are those 2 entries the same? Yes or no? Everybody type in the chat, yes, those 2 entries are the same because, or type in the chat, no, those 2 entries are not the same because. Okay, sorry about that. No, because we have trend line against us. What trend line? Alex, what trend line? It's against us. I agree with you, Alex. Those 2 are not the same, but what trend line is against us? Now everybody, let's be honest in here. As a beginner trader, I would say, well, those 2 are the same. Those 2 are at the same level, you know, and those 2 have the risk-reward ratio, maybe not exactly the same, but this can still win. Agreed, everybody? As a beginner trader, if I'm following FXFreedom logic, I would say, well, the market made me profit in here, the market made me a profit in here, so because this entry is not down in here, I would say, well, those 2 are the same. Being honest, right? Not being a smart guy or the smart girl in the room. Agreed, everybody? Yeah, not me, right? How many of you, when you are in class, when you are in the lesson, everything makes sense, and then after the lesson, when you are alone, it doesn't make sense anymore? Bottom of the trend if we draw with the doji. I'm sorry, Alex, but I don't get you. Not sure about the doji and everything. So everybody, let's make a poll. Who wants to enter in here? Shorting the market? Yes or no? Those 2 are not the same. I'm not sure about the doji, but you know. So okay, you know, I'm the beginner trader and I'm going to say, well, you know, I'm going to short the market because those 2 are the same, at least visually. And oh my gosh, no, please, no. Oh, it's going my way finally, you know, and it's going down and it's going up and down and sideways and going down, and finally, you know, there you go, bam. See, everybody? Oh, one more time. Sorry about that. Now everybody, we won, right? But we won by luck. Make sense? Those 2 entries were not the same. Why not? Because everybody, listen to this. Out, come on, out. Because the first entry we were still in a downtrend. Make sense, everybody? The market was making lower lows, lower highs. Make sense? From before, yes sir, from before. We were in extension, retracement, extension. Make sense? From before we were in a downtrend. Now the second entry, the second entry, and we learned about this, and we're going to talk about more about different stories. Yes, stories like a book. So this is one story, and this is another story. Let's change colors. And this entry in here, this was another story. Yes, like a book, different stories with different beginning, different end. Makes sense? Why? Because this entry in here, it's a continuation. The market's still making lower lows, lower highs, right? Now, not to get too complex, everybody. Not to get too complex. Do we agree, everybody, that we have low, and here we have a higher low, and here we have a higher high, and this is a higher high in here, everybody? Can you see this? Now tell me, everybody, is the right side, now this is the demarcation line, tell me, everybody, is the left side the same as the right side? What do you see? Is the left side of the story the same as the right side of the story, or do those two look like something different? Type in the chat, yes, those two looks like the same, the green quadrant and the purple quadrant, or no, those two looks like something different. Alexander says, I would wait for the break of the pivot point. Very good. But we are talking about how many times we as beginner traders, we are thinking that those two are the same. Make sense, everybody? You would think that this entry is the same as this entry, and those two are different. Make sense? Oh, but it made a higher high. Yes, sir, fair enough. So this high, it's higher than this high, but still not higher than this high. You could, everybody, you don't see the future, right? You don't see the future. And this high, as a relevant high, is still lower than this high. Make sense? So it's extension, retracement, extension. Now this high now is something different. Alex saying no, not the same. Okay, very good, everybody. Nonetheless, for me, as a beginner trader, those two look the same. That's I entered the market, but I need to learn that I won by luck. Make sense, everybody? Freedom, what do you mean by luck? It was a low probability trade because we were making higher highs, higher lows. Nonetheless, everybody, we won. Now let's see the next one. Getting down, down, up and down. The market retracing, right? Moving forward. There you go. Okay, moving forward. I showed you this one, I shouldn't. Let's find another one. Sideways, up and down, bam. Alex, would you enter in here? Let's make it bigger, right? and JForex doesn't allow me, but still okay. Okay, everybody, who wants to enter this counter trend line breaking here? We have a signal. Hedge fund trader Abdul, hedge fund trader Alex, hedge fund trader Alexander, would you enter this one? Type in the chat yes or no. It's easy when we learn with you, but on our own it's difficult. Yes, sir. Welcome to the club. Type in the chat, everybody, yes, I would enter, or no, I would not enter. And remember, what we need to understand as beginner traders, that we can break the rules and we can still win, right? And here is the tricky part. Yes, you can still win, but not most of the time, right? You can break all those rules. You could not follow any of those concepts, and you could still win. But as Mark Douglas is saying, not most of the time. You are going to have one winner, and then you are going to have one loser, and then you are going to have two winners, and then you are going to have one loser, and then you are going to have two losers, and then you are going to have one winner. End of the month, you aren't going anywhere. As I do. Make sense, everybody? Until we learn the concepts and the rules and understand probabilities. Oh, but the market is going down. Yes, but not most of the time. Oh, the market is going down. Yes, not most of the time. Oh, I won in here. Sure enough, but do this 8 times more and you are going to have a losing account. Make sense, everybody? So let's say that I'm a trader, and I'm not listening to the rules, and I say, well, this was the reaction, I'm going to short the market in here. Make sense, everybody? So this is my stop loss, and sure enough, 1 and clone 2, right? Can the market fall, everybody, in here and give me some profits? Type in the chat yes, type in the chat no, and type in the chat I don't know. Can the market fall in here and give me some profit? We know that the market can do anything it wants, when it wants, for how long it wants. I'm a beginner trader, I'm learning how to trade. And I should listen to the rules. What is the formula? Where is the formula? I should learn, if I want to be one of the FX Passion or one of the FXFreedom traders, this is the formula. How to trade pivot points in a downtrend. Wait for the market to break the pivot point. Wait for the market to retrace and find past resistance. So did the market break the pivot point in here? Yes. Did the market find past resistance? Past resistance, somewhere, past resistance. Everybody, did the market find past resistance? Just follow, yes sir, exactly, just follow the rules. Somebody saying no, this is not past resistance, somebody says yes, it is. Right? Okay, everybody? You need to be clear on this. Yes sir. Yes, this is past resistance, everybody. We learned this, that support, resistance, pivot points are not lines to the pip. Somebody past resistance is going to be like this. Somebody past resistance is going to be like this. Right? We learned from the previous lessons. Oh, but it didn't hit or it didn't touch. It doesn't need to. It's an area. it's an area, it's not the line to the pip. Do you want a number, everybody? 80% of beginner traders don't listen to this concept. They are thinking that it's 1.40026, and because it didn't touch or hit the 1.040226, then it's not past resistance. 80% of student traders don't listen in here. How do you know, boss? Because I know some of you, this is how. Make sense, everybody? Okay? So, yes, I'm doing this on purpose, exactly. I'm showing you how you are going to break rules and win, and I'm showing you how you are going to follow the rules and lose. On purpose, exactly. Nonetheless, this is our biggest challenge. It's called the trader. What does the trader do? The trader is going to learn everything and anything about the market and how the market works, the concepts and rules. The trader is going to learn all about the strategy, how the strategy works, what is random distribution, what is an edge. And then he or she is not going to learn about the trader, and he or she is going to scratch the head and he is going to think, well, I know what I should do, right? I know what I should do. I know how this market works. I know what I should do, but for one strange reason I'm not doing it. At least not most of the time. And this is why, everybody, make sense? You're going to come in here, the market broke through the pivot point, found past resistance, you're going to short the market, and then you are going to be stopped out. Make sense? And you're going to think, well, this is BS, and oh, this doesn't work, right? Countless times, oh, I'm going to find another course, right? I'm going to pay $5,000 for the JP Morgan Chase Super Unicorn Robot Expert Advisor Rainbow course. Make sense, everybody? And you are going to make either. And then you are going to buy another course and another course, right? And then you are going to change one mentor, two mentors, three mentors. Agreed? How do you know? Been there, done that, everybody. We are all the same, believe me. We learn all in the same way. We have all the same doubts. We doubt ourselves, we doubt the market, we doubt the teachers, we doubt the brokers. We are all the same, everybody. And then slowly, sure enough, step by step, we start to understand that this stuff here works, you know, and I should not really live and die on a trade by trade basis. And I start to, step by step, we start to understand that if it doesn't work one time, or if it works one time, this means nothing. Why not? It's just one trade. So I need to start measure the concepts and the rules in a series of tens. Make sense, everybody? In a series of tens. So market up, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, counter trend line break. There you go. And 1, clone. 2, clone. 3. Tell me, everybody, if we enter right now, are we following the 1, 2, 3? Type in the chat, everybody. If we enter right now, signal, counter trend line break, bearish candle, risk reward ratio, and here is the 1, 2, 3. Wait for the market to break the pivot point, wait for the market to retrace and find past resistance, and enter with the counter trend line break. Wait for the market to break the pivot point. Well, it did or it didn't, right? Then wait the market to find past. Oh, but we lost in here. Sure enough. Sure enough. Let's see now this, if this is the past resistance, right? Better? Better past resistance? Better? Not to show you too much, right? This is not a prepared class, everybody. So, did the market break the pivot point? Remember, this is not a line to the pip, it's an area. Did the market retrace to past resistance? Should we? Should we? Are we following the rules? This is the question. Alex says no. Great, why not? Why not, Alex? And everybody else, why not? You can say yes, we are following the rules. You can say no. You need to understand, everybody, you can accept what we are teaching you, you can reject what we are teaching you. You must understand that before we start thinking, we're all the same. Me too, right? Oh, show me how to make money. You need to start lose like, just show me how to make the money. I want to make the money now. It doesn't work like this, the financial markets. And I'm telling the student traders, you need to grow up in consciousness, in awareness, and start to lose less. First, then, only then, you are going to learn how to make money. And we are in here. No, just show me how to make money. I don't want to listen to this, everybody. Those are true stories. And I was the same, by the way. No, I'm not interested in learning how to lose less. It doesn't interest me how to lose less. I want to learn how to make money. See how silly this is, everybody? And I was the same. Right? Being honest. Right? Oh, not me, of course, not you. Not you, right? Not you. But you still don't have any results to show. Not you. Remember, everybody, the honest traders are going to show you the winners and are going to show you the losers too. Because we don't have anything to hide, makes sense? This is a business. But find a trader who is telling you, oh no, I have only winners, I don't lose. Those guys don't have anything to show, makes sense? They don't have results. They don't have the My FX book or something else. They don't exist. And don't take my word for it, everybody. You ask them. Go on the internet, go on YouTube, find somebody like Sharky Trades, whatever might be the name. The mega billionaire traders, the top traders. And ask them, well, I would like to buy your course. Would you be so kind and show me your last 6 months of trading? We did this, everybody, every year. And I'm telling you, let's do this and come back to class, right? And I'm telling you, you are going to find no one. We did this 2 months ago in the crypto market. Same story. Oh, I'm in a group, they are phenomenal analysts. They are making money. And I said, really? Well, I don't know everybody. Fair enough, I don't know everybody. But ask those guys to show you, it doesn't need to be 6 months of consistent profits. Show them to show you 3 months of consistent profits. True story. Connect with me, you can talk to the guy. And he, sure enough, he came back and he said, you are right, this is true. It's all bunch of BS. The trader, everybody, You know, show me how to make money. You need to learn how to lose less first. Alex is saying, like somebody said in one of your courses, they wash your eyes with warm water. Thank you, Alex, but I don't understand what you want to say. Anyway, everybody, let's see how this is going to play out. Huh? Market moving sideways, up and down, up and down, up and down, you know, up and down, sideways, up and down, bam, lost again. Right? Lost again. We are here and down. Counter trend line break again. Right? In here. If you're like anybody else, beginner trader, you would get scared right now. Agreed, everybody? Agreed? The market would scare you. Why? Because you are following the rules and the market stopped you out 2 times. And now is the 3rd time to enter. And even though the market is not making higher highs, higher lows anymore, the market's making lower lows, lower highs, which is an indication now you are scared, right? Agreed, everybody? True or not true? I lost in here, and I'm not entering anymore in here, right? Oh, but there is a downtrend. I don't care. I lost 2 times already. Ding dong, ding dong. Champion traders don't live and die on a trade by trade basis. Guess what you are doing when you are saying, I lost 2 times, I don't want to enter in here? Ding dong. You are dying and living on a trade by trade basis. See, everybody, what happened in here? You should have entered in here and made a profit, right? See how this market works, everybody? Whoa, great lesson today. Thank you very much. Not on YouTube, but on the other streaming platform. This is the beginner trader's dilemma. This is the beginner trader's challenge. This is the practice, practice, practice. You are going to do the correcting once, you are going to lose. You are going to do the correcting twice, you are going to lose. And then when you should do the correcting the 3rd time, because this is a probability game, you know, you are going to win 7 times out of 10, 3 times you are going to lose, and when is the time to enter, you are not going to enter. And then comes the lesson about risk-reward ratio, you know. So if you lose 1, you know, with just 1 trade you would recover those 2 losers. Wow, right? Really? Really? Sure, really? You lost 1, and now you won 2. 1 trade, you recover the 2 losers. But if you are scared up in here, everybody, then you are not going to enter. How do you know? Been there, done that. You know, when is the time to enter, you are not entering, and then, you know, you are losing the opportunity. Make sense? Yes, everybody, it's a learnable skill, exactly. How can we help you, everybody? If your way is not working, why don't you try ours? If you want quicker results and not waste 2, 3, 4 years to figure out the market, ask for private lessons of the Forex Course 101. Yes, sir. Okay? Alexander, Abdul, Alex, and everybody else. If you are in the markets for 2, 3, 4 years and you are not making it, ask for help. Make sense, everybody? You don't need to ask for help if this is your first year. You don't know, you know, you didn't go over this one. But if you're in the markets for 2 years plus, 3 years, 4 years, and you are not making it, believe me, we need to change something. Make sense? And once you are over the Forex course 101, you can enter the Forex course 202. And lastly, if you want to get funded, then we can have a conversation too. But it's a step-by-step process, okay? Can I go to level 3 from the 101? No, you can't. Can I go into level 2 without the 101? I'm sorry, but no, you can't. Make sense, everybody? It's a sequence. Level 1 first, level 2 second, third, level 3. And that being said, everybody, our time is up. See you back tomorrow. Until tomorrow, stay strong and trade for freedom. You want to be free, right? This is FX